Marweel Yantellaway, celebrated star of many feature films. David Gulpilil, film actor and dancer extraordinary. Self-determination is happening in many ways. This is Central Australia Aboriginal Media, the first radio network to be run by and for Aborigines in their own languages.
At the beginning, they couldn't believe that it was happening. I'd seen people cry when we first showed them how to find our radio, our station on the dial. I spent the first few weeks we were on air just going around the fringe camps, showing people if they got a radio, where they found it on the dial, and the people were just so overwhelmed.
But to hear their own language
to hear their own language on the radio.
Well, good afternoon, time is 7 minutes past 1.
In 1986, a new television satellite will beam all the great milestones of Western civilization to the outback. Dallas, This Is Your Life, Sale of the Century. From the coming of the first settlers and their sheep to the miners and their bulldozers, the Aborigines have lost out. With the coming of this new satellite, will a venture such as this be smothered and they lose out again?
He didn't line it up properly.
The same determination that is keeping alive ancient languages has produced from virtually nothing in 1970 Aboriginal councils that are democratically based and legal and medical services that are informal, accessible and truly part of the Aboriginal community.
The long-term goal is self-determination, and the obstacle is what we call the Aboriginal industry. There are so many white people in Aboriginal affairs doing things that we can do, running our communities when our communities can run them themselves, and so that it seems almost impossible at the moment to do anything about that. But if you take a long-term view, we've come a long way in terms of achieving self-determination on the ground, in running our own communities and organisations, and in convincing Aboriginal people that they can do it, that one doesn't have to be reliant on the long socks.
It's like Big Brother watching, you know.